Hey everyone, this is just a video on another tip, an unknown tip in Visualize. Actually, it's quite possibly closer to a hack. I'm not quite sure if it's a hack or a tip yet, but what this is going to allow you to do is utilize motion studies even if you don't have Visualize Professional. So we know that motion studies with Visualize Professional allows you to, through the add-in in SolidWorks, translate that motion from SolidWorks directly into Visualize without any manual keyframing at all. It's very, very cool. We can bring in things like gravity, any kind of connectors that you want to have, any kind of physics that you want to apply to your motion studies. But if you have Visualize Standard, obviously you can't utilize that functionality because it's only still frame rendering. It's not animations. So this is a little hack to obviously not get animations inside of Standard. You can't do that, but to be able to still utilize motion studies, especially when we want to be able to maybe add a part in its natural position, add a little bit of gravity to our scene and have that render out as a still frame. So what you can see here, I've got a little assembly here, my spoon's kind of floating, I've got some sugar cubes hanging out, and what I want to be able to do is maybe show these in the spoon in its natural kind of leaning position on this on the saucer here, and maybe I want to show these sugar cubes just like I've just dropped them into the saucer as well. So I could try and model it as best I can, but the easiest way to do this is with a motion study, right? We can just apply gravity, things fall where they fall, and then that's how I want to render it out. So don't ask me how I figured this out. It was a lot of different trial and error to kind of see if we could actually do this. But this was something that we presented at SolidWorks World this year, and we were really excited about it, so I thought I'd share it with everybody. So it's kind of an interesting process, so make sure that you follow along. But the first thing that we want to do is grab this subassembly that has the motion that it's going to be in. It really, at this point in time, it doesn't matter if it's a subassembly, main assembly, doesn't matter. But whatever has the motion in it, and we're going to want to change it to flexible. Okay, so nothing crazy yet. Okay, and if I open up that assembly, okay, again, that's the assembly that I have there, and I go to my motion study. This is where I can start putting my motion together. Now in this particular case, this is a study that I've already set up. Okay, so you can kind of see it's kind of moving. In fact, this one's a little bit kind of nuts, but that's all right. It doesn't really matter. Really, we can show this in any stage that we want to. Maybe there. That looks pretty good. Okay, so you can see now the spoon is kind of leaning where it's supposed to be. My sugar cubes are, well, they're kind of where they want to be, but of course I could set this up, I could re-render it, make sure I get the results that I need. But the important thing is I've got it where I want it on my motion study, and if I just Control-Tab back to my main assembly, okay, you'll notice that nothing has happened yet, which is totally expected. Okay, so this is where things get a little bit interesting. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that assembly and I'm going to turn off flexible. Okay, you're going to see it change. And then I'm going to turn flexible back on. Okay, so now everything's in position, but notice if I try and update, or rebuild, sorry, it doesn't reset my subassembly, because what happens is when we export out to Visualize, the first thing it does is rebuild all of the files inside of it. So if you don't have it set to flexible, it will rebuild back to its home position, and you're just going to get a bunch of stuff floating in midair. So let's see what happens now if I take my SolidWorks Visualize add-in. I'm just going to do a simple export and bring that into Visualize. And there we go. So if we zoom a little bit closer here, everything is where it's supposed to be. So, of course, at this point in time, I could start painting this with some materials. I could start making this look, photorealistic, but I've got my models, exactly where I want them as per my motion study. So, kind of just a really quick tip on how to be able to utilize that. Hopefully it helps you guys out, especially those of you on Visualize Standard that might obviously not have access to the pro features like the animation and stuff like that with the motion study export. And thank you very much. We'll see you guys later.